When you read or listen to English, do you translate every word into your native language in order to understand? That takes time and it slows you down, doesn't it? You'll never be able to read quickly or understand fast-talking native speakers if you can't think in English. So how do you do that? You need to train yourself to stop translating and start thinking in a whole new language. Today, I'm going to give you a simple but important tip that will help you get started. First, don't forget to like this video and leave a comment. Tell me what things you've done to practice thinking in English. If you're on a phone and you're not sure how to leave a comment, let me show you. Turn your phone like this, and then go all the way to the bottom of the screen and leave your comment there. If you have friends who are learning English, be a good friend. Share this video with them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell. That way, you'll get an email when I post new videos. What's up? I'm Patricia from Ivy League English. I help adults to improve their conversation skills in English so that they can travel, go to school abroad, or work with native English speakers. Today, we're going to talk about how to start thinking in English. There are lots of things that you can do to practice this. Here's one suggestion. Use reading to practice thinking in English. First, let's talk about why reading is a great way to practice this. When you read, you control the pace, the speed. When you're listening to other people, you can't control the pace. If it's a video, sure, you can stop, rewind, listen again, but you still can't control how quickly the words are said. Secondly, most students are more comfortable with reading than with listening. So this is a great place to start for most students. Now, here's what you need to do. The first step is to choose your reading material. A lot of students who are eager and really want to improve will pick reading material that's pretty challenging. Something that will teach them a lot of new words and show them examples of more advanced grammar. And that's great if those are your goals. But if you want to practice thinking in English, you need to choose differently. Choose a book that's not too hard for you, something that doesn't have a lot of new vocabulary, and the grammar is pretty simple. Why? Well, if you want to practice thinking in English, you need to pick something that you can read quickly without stopping to think about what each word means. When you have the right book, you're ready to get started. If you need some ideas, take a look at my website. I put the link in the description for you. The next step is to start reading. Here's what you should do. When you read this book, you're going to read faster than you normally do. You want to push the speed a little bit because then your brain won't really have time for translating and you're more likely to start thinking in English. As you're reading, you need to practice something called visualization. This means that you're going to create a picture in your mind of what's happening in the book as you're reading it. If you read a sentence that says, "The young boy wanted the cookies, but he couldn't reach them," then you need to imagine this boy reaching for the cookies. The goal of this activity is to start teaching your brain to connect English words with pictures, ideas, and feelings, not words in your native language. If you really want to think in English, you need to stop connecting English words with words in your native language. You need to start connecting English words to ideas. It's the same thing that you do in your own language. Okay, let's practice a few times to make sure that you understand what I mean. I'll show you a word. Try to picture something in your mind when you see the word, okay? When you saw that word, what did you think about? Did you think of the word for love in your native language? Okay, maybe you did, but let's try something more useful than that. What do you think about when you see the word for love in your native language? Do you think about the people that you love? Or maybe you imagine what love feels like. That's what you want to start practicing when you read in English. Let's try another one. Take a look at this short sentence and try to imagine it in your mind. What did you think about that time? Maybe you pictured yourself doing something that you really enjoy. Whatever you think about, remember to avoid thinking in your native language. Your goal is to think about pictures and ideas. That's it. Okay, this last sentence I'm only going to show for a couple of seconds. This time, you'll have to read a little faster, just like when you practice this at home. Take a look and try to imagine it. What did you picture that time? Maybe something like this? Hopefully, this is starting to make sense to you. When you read, remember that your goal is to stop connecting English words with words in your own language. If you want to think in English, the goal is to always think about pictures, ideas, feelings, just like you do when you hear your native language. Here's one more tip for you, and this is a great one to remember, especially if you're an English teacher. One thing that every English student practices is vocabulary. A lot of people use flashcards, but if you use flashcards with English words on one side and words in your native language on the other side, guess what? You're learning how to translate. You're not learning how to think in English. Take those flashcards and pull out all of the cards that have words on them that can easily be replaced by a picture, like this, or something like that. This works great for nouns, verbs, and even some adjectives. When you or your students are ready to practice vocabulary, now you'll look at a picture and you'll have to think of the English words. Flashcards like these will help you to think in English too. All right, it's time for you to give this a try. And remember, if you want to get good at this, it's going to take time and practice. Don't forget to like this video and share it with a friend. Leave a comment and tell me what things you do to practice thinking in English. Remember to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell so that you get an email when I post new videos. Have a great day, guys.